Welcome in, everybody. It is another Sunday morning, so you know that means Sunday morning quarterbacks coming at you live from the Sunday morning QB's handle on Twitter. And we're also live on the Daily Bread Media YouTube page. We've tweeted out both of the links, so jump over to either or of them. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. If this is your first week with us, or if this is your 16th week with us, we got you covered in the best bets, DFS, and fantasy advice from the top analysts in the game. So make sure you be giving us a like and a retweet and a follow on Twitter, and give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. There, we are almost at 1,000 followers, where we'll be giving away some money. And we got a nice little surprise to debut at some point coming up with another giveaway coming at you live. So, Rex, we got a full slate of 13 games to get through today. We got analysts tapping in every game except for 3 of them. So sit back, get your coffee ready, set those fantasy lineups if you're still in the playoffs, and jump over to the YouTube page to be featured in our show. We'll shout you guys out on Twitter when we can. But happy holidays to everybody. I hope everyone's doing great. You got that little bit of extra cash from Santa or in those cards to be gambling with us. So you're tapping in the right spot. What's up, Mo? We're feeling great today. We're rocking the Hawaiian. Sosa's in the all whites. He has a little bit get to relax today. His team already got the dub. But how you feeling today?
We lost.
I know. I had to fuck with you a little bit, man.
That's fucked up. I see that with friends like that. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, we took that fucking L. But it is what it is. We're not harping on that. We on to the next, like always. And I'm rocking with, I'm rocking with this wonderful day and what happens next. That's all. You dig? I can't be mad, bro.
Yeah,
Can't be mad.
You guys all missed us. We had a little bit of a Christmas vacation with nothing to bet on Friday. Yesterday was it is what it is, but we're back at you live. You'll be seeing us 24/7 now, but we got a full slate of games to get through. We got our usual cast in here. Make sure you be sharing it out there. Get some other people in here. Drop your fantasy questions when the spin doc comes in. But let's get started in today's slate. We're going to bring in an analyst right off the bat, where he's city mixing today, but we'll appreciate it. We'll bring in our man, Weapon X, Bleeding Green Bets, Alex, the man of like 15 names. How you doing on this lovely Sunday morning?
How you doing, guys? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, my brother.
All
Sorry I
love,
missed your call. I'm sorry.
all good, man. All appreciation. This is why you know why I'm here. Always gonna support.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Be here for people. So yeah, I mean it's Christmas weekend, and we got the Giants. And the Giants, I wouldn't say whooped us last time, but I mean it was pretty rough on offense, to say the least. Last time, it was in New York. Now we're back at home. So we should be taking care of business. The spread at 11, I feel like it's a little bit disrespectful to the Giants, and this is a divisional matchup, so I would not touch the spread personally. It's at -11, I believe. I think that might be a little too much. I think we win this game. I don't know if we win by 11. We should see a lot more points than we saw the last time these two teams played. And I mean, I'm on a roll with my guy right here. Oops, sorry. Right here that you see in the back. Dallas Goedert has been a monster in the last 3 weeks. Sosa called it last week. The guy's gone over 100 yards, over 5 receptions, and the Giants have had trouble stopping the tight end position. So I think he gets into the end zone at +240 today.
Love it.
And I think he goes over his receiving yards at 55, which is, I think, for Dallas Goedert, very doable. That's what.
Alex, you see what jerseys the boys are rocking today?
No, I didn't see it.
It's the All Blacks.
That's the All Blacks.
I think the Eagles are very good against the spread when they wear the All Blacks, especially at home today. This is a game where we had the RFF of NJ. Make sure to give them a like and a follow there. They're saying Fromm with the deep shot could be more accurate there. it's kind of a game where there's no excuses. In the first matchup, Hurts had a struggling first 3 quarters, and then the wideouts had a struggling fourth quarter. They did not play a complete game. In your crib today, you must play a complete game. You can't take any of these drives off against a beat-up team that's starting from who they shouldn't need to blitz today. With the Giants' offensive line, with the Eagles' front 4, front 5, they should be able to generate enough pressure there. You can't let Saquon break one. Keep him to his minimal 2-yard gains on each play. I think they should cover this -11 easy today. I'm not going to personally be betting it there just because, like you said, double-digit spread in the division, even though you're at home, you don't just lay that number there. But this should be a game where you stack up. If you're a true playoff team, you handle this game from start to finish, and you don't make this one a sweat. Sure, it's the NFL, but you have what advantage or at what skill position would you take the Giants players over the Eagles right here? You can say safeties, cornerbacks, the linebackers, cornerbacks. Like that's where what position group are you taking over the Birds currently as they stand? Fully healthy, it's a different story.
Look, you're not, and the thing is that Coach Judge has done a pretty good job there with the players that he's had. I mean, that's why you saw the Hurts struggle last time, is because he really got a new look to Hurts where they can really just run the RPOs and get him comfortable. So he actually had 70 yards rushing, but he was running for his life last time because they were playing so well on the back end. But again, like you said, we're at home. We got to take care of business. I think these boys come out fired this time. And I also like another play on defense because you brought it up with our D-line. I like Javon Hargrave to get a sack at plus 225 today.
Ooh.
I think
that one.
We're going to get to Fromm. It's his first, I believe it's his first start, right?
It's going to be like his first appearance. He came in last week, and they moved it down the field pretty quickly when he came in, but it was, a minute left in the game? So you've been quiet. You've been stewing over there. We got to hear it.
Jake Fromm fucking sucks. Y'all are going to beat the shit out of the Giants, bruh. Come on. He fucking stinks. Stop it. Why are we even having that discussion? Jake Fromm fucking stinks. You ever seen him play?
At Georgia?
Yeah, you mean where he came up short because he was short? Come on, bro. Stop it. Every time.
Hey. I'm 5'6", man. Jeez.
He sucks. He gonna throw a couple picks. My thing is this. I listen, I'm cheering for I'm lying. I'm not cheering for Jake Fromm. I hope he loses. I think the Giants get smoked today. That's just how I feel, man. I think Saquon,
and you can't be that sweating that bad yet, especially since you hold the tiebreaker over us with your Niners there. But that's kind of where everything seems too easy. The backup quarterback role sometimes comes in with those double-digit spreads in the division. I would just try to hope in line that you can get the Birds less than 7 live. That would be my best advice for here. Total-wise, I really don't know how to trust the Giants' offense to put up 21. So that puts the total in question there. But anything else, Alex, before we get into the next one?
No, that's it. Just going to recap. Goddard to get in the end zone. Goddard over receiving yards. You should get that at plus money at 240 for the TD. And Javon Hargrave to get a sack at 225. I like that.
How there's the TikTok house, there's the YouTube streamer's house.
Nah, yeah, bruh. Like
what?
That's so funny, bruh. Like,
you really want to see my background? It's a bunch of
no, not you, Alex Sosa. It's the amount of people that have the Mac that use that one. If it fucked with everyone. Yeah, Tony's playing.
Not your living room.
You get a good one there. I like the Galladay to get his first touchdown. It took a little bit while to get there with his health, but that ain't a bad one either. Bleed Green Bets, Weapon X. Make sure to be checking him out on Twitter for your hockey plays each day. As you can see, he's rocking that's an old school Avs hat. I like it.
Yeah, always. And we got the World Juniors also coming tomorrow. It's starting tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. We got some plays in that one.
Well, Weapon X, we'll check you out next week.
Appreciate you.
Always.
All right, we got my game, the divisional game, out of the way. Now we got the top game that everybody's going to be tuning into. And man, Goose has yet to take off that Rutgers hat. I don't see any stains there yet, Goose. You're taking great care and hygiene of yourself. I hope you're doing awesome, my man. How you doing on this lovely day after Christmas?
I'm great. I'm feeling great. Yeah, I wear this pretty much every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's got to stink by now, but I'll retire it for the year after today.
All right, fair enough. As long as that's a promise, we're with you.
How are you guys?
Great, man. Got all the shit I wanted for Christmas, like everything. It was good. It was a good time, man. It was a good time.
I'm hyped to watch the Lawrence Wilson show today. I can't say many other people are hyped to watch
1 versus 2. Yay!
They charge $60 for parking. That's why I'm not going. Yeah, I mean, this game's pretty rough. Miles Jack just went on the COVID list. Josh Allen, the better Josh Allen, the Jaguars Josh Allen, he is also on the COVID list.
I like that. Was well played. I like that. He is the better Josh Allen. I like that.
It's
I gotta save that one.
I do have some plays for today. I have 2 plays for today, one on each side. I'm gonna go back to the well with Laquan Treadwell. That actually rhymed. That was good. 4 in a row. He hit over on the yardage. It's at 47.5. I want to say like last week it was 37.5.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, and he got 9 targets last week. He got like maybe 58 yards, maybe 68, something with an 8. He got, and I just think he'll go over 50 again. That's just bad. He's like their main weapon. Laquan Treadwell. We're back in like Ole Miss days. I think that's where he went.
It is. He was a high school phenom, but got taken in the first place or in the first round by Minnesota. Never really panned out there.
He's working now, I guess.
He's found a home. He's found a home for sure.
So yeah, over 47.5. I'll take that. I don't really have anything on the game. I think the Jets win, but the Jets are so bad. How could you bet on them -2.5?
That's a tough one angle as well, because last weekend you came on and just said you were advising like Texans +5.5. Like, sure, Urban's out, but that's not the root of their issues. And you were just saying the Jags shouldn't be laying 5.5 against anyone. So you were spot on with this one. And I'm on the same boat with you here. I really don't want to be laying -2.5 or taking a +2.5 with the rest of the games on the boards here. Player props, I guess, is the best way to be tackling it here, because who the hell knows?
We have a new play caller today for the Jags. I just want to quickly get that in. It's the quarterback's coach. I think it's Brian Schottenheimer. Devil, he already gave up his play calling duties. It was just that bad as an interim head coach last week. He's like, I can't handle all this. So, yeah. What were you gonna say, Sosa?
No. I'm just listen. This is a game that I really that I'm glad we're on just because it gets you on the show, man. Because there's no way that I have anything for either of these teams in this game. Like I couldn't touch this one with a 30-foot pole. Shout out to Reek Teflon Sports, my guy. He said something really important in this in the space we're just in. This game shouldn't even be played. It shouldn't even be played. I mean, you have
a lot of people out with COVID. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. And the thing is that because both of these teams aren't in contention, that's why it's being swept under the rug with so many players being missed. But if Trevor Lawrence gets hurt today, it's on the league. If something happens to either of these quarterbacks today, it's on the league, bro. This is unprecedented shit. You're literally letting 2 teams who cannot field a professional roster go out and play. In the games in New Jersey, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe 6 players blew out their knees on that turf last year.
Don't say this right
now.
No,
listen, I'm just saying to you, this is part of the game, bro.
Yeah.
You're putting guys who shouldn't be playing in the NFL on a field.
Festive vibes only. Yeah.
Positive.
That too.
Festive. But no, I'm just saying the game shouldn't be played. I think it's not fair to these kids, especially the 2 quarterbacks. Obviously, that's why the game's even being brought up. It's the number 1 versus number 2 pick. I like the plays you picked as far as people that are available, but think about who you just bet on. You bet on a guy who didn't even have a job at the beginning of the year, which should tell you everything of the state of the teams that we have right now.
Mhm.
I mean, Elijah Moore on IR, and these teams, these are two teams that have no commitment to winning and are putting young guys out there that could potentially get hurt. I don't like it. I don't like it, especially with the COVID situation. I got nothing for this one personally.
Well, the Jags, they control your own destiny. You got the first round pick in your sights again. Goose, you got one last thing you want to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, Michael Carter, plus 150 to get in the end zone. He came back last week, only 8 carries. The Jets are so out of it. Just feed Michael Carter. Just see what, like, he's a good running back. They have some talent there. Feed Michael Carter. And yeah, just play your young guys. So I'm going to play him plus 150 with Laquan Treadwell. Or plus 150 to score, and then Laquan Treadwell over 47.5.
Well, I like it, my main Goose. Well, you got that bowl game coming up too, which could be a little ugly as well. But, Goose and Sam and potentially JD are going to be coming out with a bowl show soon because, the bowl weeks, the good games start this week. You had UCF versus Florida last week, but make sure to be checking out Paid for Play also on Daily Bread Media for Goose's bowl action coming up.
Follow the Goose. You already know Kowal's Corner.
Block up.
One of the young goats. Appreciate you as always, my boy.
Have a good one. Take care.
Peace.
Our main man, Goose. Let's bring in the man with the energy. I got him up bright and early after I saw the schedule, and I was like, shit, this is 7:52 for our man on the West Coast. But I got no concerns. We could call him at 3:30 to get on the stream with us, and he'll come and still bring the same fire. You know who we're talking about.
Hey.
First place, Michael told us from the Foxborough Times 6 weeks ago that they would be sitting here.
Foxborough Times representative himself.
I just got off. It was they had me working on Christmas. So yeah, Foxborough Times, man, we're worldwide, dude. Hey, it feel good to be back with y'all, man. It's been like what, a month?
Been a couple of weeks. It's not been a month. Relax.
Stop getting the primetime games, man. That's your issue. Is you guys started winning after you said
I had to go be Hollywood real fast and play primetime games.
Right, you're like at the game.
Now I'm back home. I'm back home with the fellas now. So Rex, cool. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. What's up, man? Let's talk about how we gonna wreck shop today.
Let's
probably won't.
Let's talk about it. Because I'm right there with you, my brother. I'm right there.
Look, it lines up. If you look at the numbers, especially what I look at, lines up like Buffalo. Look, I don't like that 2.5, and then I don't like it. You know what I mean? Home team's getting like a 2.5, just kind of smell fishy, and it's like, well, we're winding down to the playoff run. Bills want to get revenge from when we smacked them up 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to lie. This ain't a spot where probably, you might want to dump a lot of money on us. But I do like that under. I really, really like that under.
Okay.
I do. But, yeah, it's getting close to playoff time. We've got something to prove. Now, look, I'm here to give advice. Me personally, I am going to jump on Patriots money line. I am. But I have to do that. Like, I work for the Foxborough Times. But for you guys, everyone watching, go ahead and lace the under, man. The under is going to be the play. If you really think you have some Christmas magic going on, I like the Patriots money line. I think we cash today. I don't believe in the Bills. Listen, I was talking to – I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to – I'll monologue real fast.
No, go for it. It's your squad. You've been right, so the people need to listen.
Good. It's all good.
It was I think I was talking to Chuck. Shout out Kingdom Cast.
And fan, Chuck.
Yeah. I was talking to him and we were talking about how we might meet up in the the first half of the playoffs, stuff like that. I mean, sorry, AFC Championship, stuff like that. Anyway, pointed out that the Bills aren't as scary as everybody thinks they are. Josh Allen is flawed. You know what I'm saying? And Bill Belichick seems to expose him every game. And it's not by mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude lives in our division. We know the real Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? So it's not anything to where they put fear in our heart, really. I mean, the AFC East belonged to us all along. Josh Allen isn't the dude. You see that Bills can't stop the run. So it's just like secret codes that we know to the Buffalo Bills. We expose them today. And, yeah, that's it. That's all.
So this is basically the game where you can put the nail in the coffin for the Bills and basically just put the stranglehold in the division here. The one thing is you don't got the win today. So do you think you're still going to go Army, Navy, triple option offense, or will Mac Jones attempt over 10 pass attempts today? Because Goose is saying Mac to throw a pick is a lock today. I'm not too sure about that because if they limit his passing attempts and just, like you said, just run it down their throat, he could end up with 10 to 12 attempts max today.
Right. That's the thing, though. With Bill Belichick, you can't expect the same game plan twice. So you never know what you're going to get, right? I'm not sure if Stevenson is playing today.
He's out.
He's out today. Okay. So, I mean, we might want to switch up. There's two factors that are benefiting this also. Mac Jones still is a rookie quarterback. So betting on rookie quarterbacks, especially in the last half of the season, you don't want to, go too hard on it. Like I said, I'm a Patriots fan, so I'm going to throw it out there. But Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback. 2, like I said, you have the revenge factor from the Bills. They always play us hard. They don't beat us, but they always play us hard. And like I said, we got the secret codes to Josh Allen in the Bills' little, football playbook and everything. So I do expect a close game. I do. But I just think we pull this out. As far as how we're going to come for them, as far as like the running game or if we're going to pass or anything, I have no clue. I don't know. At this point of the season, especially with the potential of seeing them again in the playoffs, I don't know how Bill Belichick is going to handle this. I really don't.
Yeah, those are all good points. I personally, you know who I'm rocking with. I'll never, ever put my money on Josh Allen because he sucks.
Well, let's see if we have someone who could be putting their money on Josh Allen. Our man, right. Spin Doc.
No. Hold on.
He was just like, no, don't put that on me, right?
Hold on. First thing is, Mike, you were working, so you must not have seen it. I got an advanced copy of tomorrow's Foxborough Times, and it said the Patriots bitch slapped the Bills today. Done.
It was the editor. No, but
it's a secret room in Foxborough Times I can't go in. So
every metric says New England here. And for anybody thinking about betting on Josh Allen today, Patriots first in least points allowed by opposing QBs, third in defensive pass DVOA. 8 straight quarterbacks have gone under his passing yards prop, including 3 under 100 total passing yards in today's NFL. And Allen has played the Patriots 5 times in his life, and he has gone over this number 1 time, and that was when the entire Patriots team was hurt on IR at the end of last year because they were packing it in because they weren't making the playoffs. I have no idea how you can put your money on the Bills today. Just
no Beasley, no Gabe Davis. That ain't good.
No, especially when with Belichick and just, all right, Diggs, see you.
So
ain't good.
So I don't mean to spoil it for anybody, Mike. I don't mean to spoil tomorrow's Foxborough Times for you, but I saw the advanced copy. That was the headline.
The game is the game.
Spin pays for the top tier subscription to the Foxborough Times,
hey,
so
man.
he gets advance,
so you
copies
know
of it. So
you already know
that feels good.
With. I'm rocking with Bill and Dan.
Hey, actually, sorry, Mike. I just had my son text me because he's in another room of the house right now. He's a huge Patriots fan. He actually got a Patriots like replica starter jacket for Christmas. The old school one, yeah. So
yes,
his text was, "Dang right, don't bet against my Patriots."
That's right. Tell him send in his resume. We could use him at the Foxborough Times.
Foxborough Times. That's right.
Man, I mean, it is what it is. Look, at the end of the day, it's Bills versus Patriots. Bills versus Patriots. We know how this movie ends. We know.
So what's the official plays, Michael?
What's your final?
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the under. Me, myself, of course, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots money line, but I will advise you guys to go ahead and take the under. It's an AFC East division game in December. That is all that needs to be said. So, low scoring. We come out on top. I do want to address the chat. Benny P, the OG, says, Pats, are you smoking crack? Stop, bro. I'm drug free. I don't do that. Mario Harris, the guy is hungover. If you did not hear Rex, he said it is 750 over here, bro. Excuse me if my brain isn't at 100%. All right. It's at like 80 right now. So chill.
Yeah, that one's on me, Michael. I did the times. I was like, who did I screw over? Because I didn't proofread it. I was like, it's Michael. I know he's got it. He'll always bring the juice. I don't have to worry about that. Throwing his coffee mug around, not spilling it this week. That's probably still the top moment. Is it going to be a San Miguel Sunday? Can the fellas expect a Sunday night football play from your timeline tonight?
I will have a San Miguel Sunday play. I'm going to go ahead and hit the books right now and do some more studying. Look, it's pretty early over here, so I still got a little bit of time to put in. So, yeah, San Miguel Sunday, and then we'll do a mic check later this week, or next week, I should say.
Mike, my dog. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you.
Spin, Rex, love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Happy holidays.
Likewise. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. L'chaim, all the good stuff.
Yes, sir. So,
all right.
Real quick, sorry. I saw in the chat just some of the most public sides so far. Seahawks Bears under is heavy with the public right now. Giants Eagles under, Eagles 10.5 is heavy right now. And then Dolphins Saints under for tomorrow is heavy right now. Those are the three best, or those are the three heaviest with public money right now.
Love it. We're getting it. So we're going to move on to Tampa versus Carolina. I'm gonna let you go first because it's your team.
Yeah. So it's half of the Bucks JV and half the varsity right now. But I think that's all we need to beat a Carolina team that is just an absolute shambles. It's so bad that according to their soon-to-be ex-head coach, rightfully so, that Sam Darnold will play a major role in the game today. And so what I'm assuming he means is turning the ball over 3 times, because that's kind of all he does. But no, look, it's a division game. These two teams play each other tight. These two teams play each other physical, and half the Bucks team is out. They are resting them for the playoffs because the Bucks have by far the easiest schedule the remainder of the way for any playoff team. They have Panthers, Jets, Panthers. So so here's what I expect. I expect the Bucks to get in, get enough points to win the game, take care of business, kill the clock, and get out. So the 10.5 is a little bit too much for me. I do like the full game under. I think that has some value. And I would say any Antonio Brown receiving prop that you can find. He is the number one receiver today because Evans and Godwin are both out. Fournette's out. So anytime that Brady drops back to pass, he's looking to AB, he's looking to Gronk. So I would not be surprised. I've said this in the Diamond Club all week. I would not be surprised if AB has 10, 11, 12 targets today. His receiving prop right now is at 69.5. That's an easy over for me. I did not see his receptions prop, but I would play it up to 6.5, and I would play 7.5 plus money. I would consider playing Gronk's receiving props as well, 53.5 at minus 115. And I would play Gronk's receptions prop probably up to about 4.5 to 5. So, but as far as the game goes, like I said, the under is what I like the most here, just because I think that with the missing pieces on the Bucs offense, I think I can see them just doing enough to win and get out, because, this isn't college. It's not like they have to impress the selection committee. All they have to do is just get enough points to win. I expect them to do that. I don't see any way that the Panthers move the ball. Cam won't do enough, and Sam Darnold, good Lord, no. So I just don't see the Panthers being able to put up enough points to win this game, but they might put up enough points to cover, just because I just don't see the Bucs going full throttle here to put their foot on the gas and win by 25 or 30, even though they probably could.
All right, got a fantasy question for you here that relates to this game, because I guess at this point there's really only one player on Carolina you could potentially be shooting in your starting lineup, especially if you're in the fantasy playoffs, and that's DJ Moore.
Yep.
Who would you like start over him? And one player who is in this game, which keeps it relevant, like would be Ty Johnson or Scotty Miller. Would you potentially start either one of those two over DJ Moore? Try to go a little too galaxy brain here, or does DJ Moore stay in the lineup?
No, just keep DJ Moore in. He is going to be the target leader by default. I can actually see him getting a late backdoor touchdown, just because he's all they got right now. So, and while our secondary has been improved, we certainly would not be confused with world beaters right now. So,
he just hasn't practiced all week, which is just like the one thing late in the season, which is kind of where if it just doesn't feel too great, or I could just see him just kind of just jogging it out there.
He was limited on Friday. He didn't go through the whole thing, but he was limited on Friday. So I think because he was limited on Friday, that points to him playing. Totally hear the concerns, but if your other options are the other receivers on the Bucs side that are not Antonio Brown, I would probably still stick with DJ Moore just for pure target volume.
Yeah, I don't have much to say in regards to this game. That's why you're for anything in regards to Tampa. I'm gonna let you handle it. I bet on y'all last week.
Rojo? Do you expect him, for people who might have sneaked him off of waivers or someone who got him as a late flyer fantasy-wise, should they feel confident rolling him out? Or
yeah, I think if you picked him up, you probably did so because you at least have some injury or lineup concerns with running back. So I'm going to guess that your other options aren't probably that great. I would start him over. I would start him over, a guy like Miles Sanders. I would start him over a guy like Antonio Gibson if he even plays. I would start him over Devin Singletary. I would start him over Melvin Gordon. So those guys, I would not play him if your other options are like a little in the more elite tier. So, I mean, Chubb already played, but if you have like Najee Harris or even like David Montgomery, I probably wouldn't play Rojo over, just because of a combination of volume and matchup. I would expect Rojo to probably get about 12 to 14-ish carries. Not that I'm saying history is going to repeat itself, but if you remember at Carolina last year, what Rojo did when it was 1st and 10, Tampa was on their own 4, and
he coughed it up.
No.
Was that when he coughed it up?
No, he busted like 3 tackles and ran a 90.
Oh, fuck him. I'm thinking about hold on. When did he fumbled?
He coughed it up plenty of times. Don't get me wrong. It just wasn't that game.
That's the thing. It's like that's the most memorable moments of Ronald Jones is when he fucking fumbles. For me, I'm like, he fumbled. No, he didn't. He did good that time. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going anytime touchdown though with Keyshawn Vaughn. I think he scores. I like him better than Rojo, to be totally honest with you. I don't think Rojo's good. That's just my take on it. And also, people sleep on Leonard Fournette. Listen, Fournette's obviously out, but Fournette was a top 5 pick for a reason. He's not like some average running back. He's an above to elite running back, and the numbers support it. They said when he came in the league, he couldn't catch passes. Then he went and caught 70 passes, and the only running back that had more was Christian McCaffrey that season. As far as I'm concerned, I like I said, you taking a ticket, it's plus 550, bro. I didn't say Vaughn was going to go get 30 carries. I mean, he can easily score off of 1 because all you need is 1 carry. So, yeah, I like Keyshawn Vaughn to get in the end zone plus 550. It's not – obviously, I wouldn't advise you to put 10 units on it because that'd be fucking dumb. But I do like him to score a touchdown today based on opportunity. I mean, the whole roster's hurt, like you said, and then – this is something that you don't realize. Like a running back's not like Jones isn't going to be on the field the whole time. He's not going to It's just based on opportunity, bro.
Yep. No, I don't mind that one at all. Other ATDs that I like Gronk's ATD at plus 130. I like AB at plus 120. If you can get those today at plus money when they're like the only options that Brady trusts, yeah, give me that all day. And then the only other one that I might take a flyer on is I might go Cameron Brate anytime touchdown.
All right, last question before you wrap into the next one. I'm assuming that's Javonte Williams over Rojo.
Yeah, if it's those two, if it's a PPR, then yes, Javonte. If it's not, then Rojo. I would actually try. I would actually knock Rojo down about 4 or 5 pegs if you're in a PPR, just because he doesn't have good hands to begin with and isn't super involved in the passing game under any circumstances, like ever. And I certainly wouldn't expect him to, turn into like Gio Bernard today.
All right, let's get into our next matchup here. Another game everyone's going to be dying to watch. He's still riding high, even though his team's going down the draft pick standings. Our man, LL Cool P, Bakari, still rocking that Detroit high off that win.
Let's go.
Little. How you doing, our man?
There's no music.
I'm doing great. How y'all doing? Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday. Christmas was yesterday. Kwanzaa starts today.
So y'all had Christmas. You had Christmas twice in 1 week?
Twice in 1 week.
Amazing.
And then I was validated by the Cardinals just going out and, doing what they were doing last night. So I was like, we broke them. I'm sorry, y'all. We broke them.
I love it. Yep. This is all because of the Lions, obviously.
It is. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Hey, man, happy you got in the win column again. Obviously, we want the number 1 pick for you guys. You want the number 1 pick for you guys, but a win is a win, right? You got to enjoy it.
At this point, I don't even care. I don't even care no more. We can get the number 1 pick. We might as well just win out the rest of the season. Fuck it. Who cares? Give me all of them. I don't care. Give me all of them.
Allowed to the future today?
5-12. Let's go, baby. Nothing makes sense anymore. You would think that a team with 10 wins, that's top 2 in the division on the NFC West, will come in to Detroit, handle business. Lions said, hold on, wait a minute. And I thought they were going to just roll over, and they're like, nah. I really think that Campbell got these players playing lights out for him, and they are going to go. It doesn't matter if it's like third string. You see Curtis, my boy Reynolds, the running back,
Craig
Reynolds out there killing it.
Greatest in the world, man. Craig.
Bro, so I'm just like, let's go. We the irreplaceables. Whatever. Let's go. Let's win some games. Whatever draft pick we get is whatever draft pick we get.
I mean, you got lots of them, so
exactly.
You got plenty of them, so
Well, we got the +7 sitting here for you, the Lions. I mean, last week you rocked with the Cardinals, so that was the bad one. But your player props came through. What we liking on the board today for this one?
All right, so y'all already know. I'm rocking with the Lions, the +7. I'm taking that all day. I feel like they're going to Hotlanta. It's Matt Ryan in the Falcons. I'm not worried about them. So they're gonna go down there, and I saw Matt Ryan over to get at least 1 interception at +105.
Love it. I love it.
And y'all already know you're rocking with the boy. A great friend of mine, Simba, once said, "Sometimes it's good to be delusional, baby." So let's hit that Lions money line +240. Let's go. Sprinkle a little bit of cheddar on there. Let me get some extra guac.
I was actually thinking that you were going to fade him today because they're 1-0 when you fade them.
I know, but hey.
It's the reverse karma.
Let's go. I like
the St. Brown show is going to keep rolling today too, right?
I know, and I'm mad. They're disrespecting us. They're not even putting my receivers props on the books. What's up with that?
Who's playing? Like, Like that's the thing is they don't even know the roster. Who's on the roster?
At least give me St. Brown. Like, come on, like he's playing. At least give me him. Like, come on, like let me know how many receptions you think he's going to get Vegas. How many yards?
Who's starting at quarterback today?
We might be
Isn't
rolling
it
out
Blau?
my boy.
Is Blau?
Yep, David Blau.
Yep.
Awesome.
I was thinking they were going to sign you, Picard. You can go out there and
I know.
Yeah, at least
I went out there. I talked with Sheila and Dan Campbell, and they thought my talents would be better used for the show to get the morale in the city. So I understood. I told them I had a back, and I'll be watching them right there at 1:00 when
it's Tim Boyle starting. Hold on, it's Boyle.
Who the hell? I thought it was Blau.
Okay, so Tim Boyle.
you don't even know who's playing quarterback for him.
Because I don't care. It don't even matter. All right, Tim Boyle was the starter when we played the Browns, and you saw we almost won.
Yeah, I mean Baker Mayfield's also. You're right. You know what, man? If anything can happen with this team, Atlanta sucks as well. I have no place in this, but
Yeah, I will for sure go Lions to cover here. Two reasons. One is, like Bakari said, the Lions are just playing their ass off right now for Dan Campbell. He is getting so much out of this team. It kind of makes me wonder, like if he actually had even like a decent talent level and the guys were playing that hard, my God, they would win the North. So Atlanta just looks tired. The whole team looks tired. They look defeated. They went out west last week and after a big divisional win and just got their ass kicked by San Francisco. We're never in the game. I could see Atlanta pulling out a last-second victory here, but as far as covering seven points, there's not a chance in hell I would bet on the Falcons to cover 7 anything the rest of the season.
no way.
No way. So Detroit all the way.
My guy.
And Swift is back in action today. I thought they were going to shut him down for the season, but
I'm
it looks like we'll
surprised
get some
he's
touches.
playing.
I'm surprised too.
Is he
They
for
might
sure
just-
playing?
I got to double check, but when I look,
The last thing I saw before the show, he was like still slated to look like he was going to give it a go. It didn't say he's going to be full workload or anything like that. But
I got I'm in my biggest money league. I'm in the playoffs. I got to tell this what happened. I texted Spin Doctor. I said, "Yo, I got Kelsey. He's out. Who should I roll with, Ingram or who should I roll with?" I thought about Evan Ingram. Bruh, not even a minute after I asked you the question, the dude I'm against picked up Evan Ingram just so I couldn't.
wow,
that's smart fantasy manager by him. Props to him.
Fuck that
Sucks
guy.
for you, but
I
props
know you're
to
watching
him.
the show too, Vince. Fuck you.
Good job, Vince. That's great fantasy manager style there.
Guy, man.
My one buddy picked up Huntley and then has picked up Josh Johnson just so he can't. So the guy he was playing can't replace Lamar. It happens all over. It's just great fantasy managers.
That's hoe shit. I want to hear that.
Well, Picari, as usual, we appreciate you. Your big game's coming up. What, in 5 days for Michigan?
yes, sir. Y'all know I'm
like
gonna
them
be
to
locked
roll?
in.
Listen, I'm getting a Michigan flag, and we're going to be on Paid for Play together.
Let's go.
For that, because listen, I'm with you. Fuck Georgia. We rocking with the kids from Ann Arbor.
That's right.
On mamas, let's fucking go.
Oh, mamas, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Already.
Picari, until next time, make sure to
Appreciate you,
follow him
Picari.
on Twitter. All right. What do we got for our next game here? We can move to our next one with an analyst here. We'll start stacking the ones with when it's just the 3 of us more towards the end to keep us on time here. So let's go to Chicago versus Seattle. Bring in our man from Paid for Play as well, Steven Carlson. Not in a car today. It would have been pretty cool if he still showed up with the seatbelt. But let me try to fix that sun shit going on with my head. I'll be right back. But Steven, how are you?
You know, I'm all right. We got so many injuries today. I barely know the team I'm gonna be watching on the field right now. Fucking Nick Foles back at quarterback. RIP my life today. Offensive line already stinks, bro. That dude's got zero mobility. It's wraps for him.
Hey man, good to hear you're so positive on Sunday morning. I mean, like the positivity's there, man. Like this is, hey, bruh. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This. I have no interest in watching this game or anything from it. Nothing. Darnell Mooney, 60 yards. I mean, the one thing about Nick Foles is he throws a good deep ball until he gets knocked out of the game with a concussion or a broken collarbone. So, hopefully he makes it through the game. I don't know. What you obviously have basically said what you expect here. What are your bets though? What are you betting on? What do you like to bet on this today?
I mean, I would rather just talk about my regular bets for the day, but not. The only thing from a Chicago player I would kind of like would be if we do score a touchdown, I think it would probably come from Montgomery, because some of this offensive line is young and they're in a better position to run block than they are pass block. So you get them down close to the goal line with Nick Foles, who's not going to be scrambling outside the pocket. I think Montgomery's the guy who would get a touchdown for us, if anything. And then I would probably take Seattle minus the 6.5 if I wanted to make money.
I don't know. I got this quarter on my desk next to me. I'll just flip that, and then that's what I'll put my money on for this game. Who knows? I said earlier that the public money was just all over the under here. It's held pretty steady so far. It was bet way down. It started at 45, was bet down to 41.5, and now is holding. And I don't even know if I would take the over on that one. I'm just kind of expecting just kind of a slow, sluggish, ugly game, like a 17-13 kind of thing. Maybe 19-16. I don't know. Maybe the best bet here is just to stay off.
Yeah, even though the GOAT Foles coming in, I mean, there's not much he's going to be able to do in this game, in my opinion. I just don't think it's set up well. A-Rob's out, or is A-Rob going to be playing?
He's out. He's out.
So, I mean, if you got in forcing Mooney, you could potentially take a shot where Mooney's longest reception could potentially come through. Because as you were saying, Foles can throw a little bit. I think Mooney could get open for one deep shot. But other than that, I wouldn't really be on the under here either, as Spindock alluded to. And then the 6, that's just a gross number to be laying here.
Yeah, and with the Bears wide receiver props, for as horrific as they were earlier in the season for pass defense or just defense in general, the Seahawks have actually allowed the third fewest touchdowns to opposing wide receivers. So yardage might make sense, but as far as any like Bears receivers ATDs, I personally think you're throwing darts.
Yeah, pretty much. Like anybody with an established name on the Bears is probably out today. So it's essentially going to feel like me going and watching like a JV game, because anybody with a name that you want to watch play isn't going to be playing. So it's not even going to be on my extra screen as just something I'm going to watch the whole game of. Like whatever they put on Red Zone is all I'm going to see of the game today. Like there's no reason for me to put myself through that kind of pain the day after Christmas.
Hey, St. Nick could come through for you. Never doubt him.
I don't know what it feels like to, I was like this last year, bro. Like, when, or for the last couple of years, when I knew my team wasn't making the playoffs and shit like that. I feel you, bro. It's just get it over with already. I get you. I hear you. I know where you're at with it.
The best way Nick can help us is by losing the game, and any losses we can get to get rid of Pace and Nagy, I'm about it.
Yep, but you don't got that first round pick, unfortunately, there. So at least the other ones in the draft, you draft earlier in the second, third, fourth, whatever, so on. But that's enough for Chicago versus Seattle. Make sure to be checking Steven and I out. We'll be live on Tuesday night, around 5 to 5:30 for paid for play, and then on Saturday mornings for your college basketball slates. So give him a follow. You can follow Steven's professional account there since he's an independent journalist, or you can go to his bets page where you get to hear him rant. All right,
Yes, sir.
deuces,
Bro.
my man.
I'll see you guys later.
All right. Spin, we can run through some games right here real quick because we don't have an analyst for 3 games. So let's start it off with the Chargers versus Houston here. So my man, Rex Burkhead, going to be back. He looks to be one of the few healthy players. Nico Collins, if you're starting him in the fantasy playoffs last week, you might have won the week thanks to him.
Yep.
No Eckler. Boy, oh boy. Treacherous waters here, or is it an easy way to call this one for fantasy-wise?
I think for fantasy, Jared Cook, I like a lot. The Chargers are 29th in points allowed to tight ends, and they have allowed multiple tight end scores, multiple tight ends to go over 50 to 75 yards. Cook himself has actually seen a healthy target share. He has seen 5+ targets in 4 of his last 5 games, and he's actually what he's gone over his receiving prop in 6 of 8 lifetime against the Texans. I to tell people in this in the Diamond Club is that it's kind of become a weekly thing. It's like the opposing tight end we're going to pick on because it's the Texans defense. Their linebackers in coverage are horrific. Actually, the one he's going to see today, primarily in coverage, Garrett Wallow allows a 92% catch rate and has a PFF grade of 34. And if you follow PFF grades at all, 50 is average, 40 is below average, 30 is really bad. So I like all things Jared Cook. As far as the line itself goes, I think, this is your traditional college spread. I think it opened at 10.5 and got bet up to 13 with all the Chargers injuries. I think they for sure can cover this spread, but the number itself is just disgusting to ask the team to win by 2 touchdowns under the circumstances. So I have no personal play on the spread itself, but I think if you are going to play it, it's probably Chargers or nothing. I might actually wait in game to see if you can get it, under 10 for sure, to see if the Texans can hang early a little bit because of the injuries. I don't know. Any thoughts on this one?
So I think there's a 1 or 2 anytime touchdown scores I like. I'm just trying to pull up the odds because they're for a little bit of not the biggest name players, but if you're starting Justin Jackson, are you still feeling confident if you're able to have that handcuff there for Eckler, or are you looking for other options?
No, I'm still fine rolling with him. I think that there'll be enough work, enough touches to let him see value there. I'm not sure that I would go out and I would go crazy on my Justin Jackson props, but Texans are 27th in running points allowed to running backs and have allowed multiple running back scores over the last few weeks. So Jackson is just kind of the number 1 option back there by default.
Yes, sir. I just think Burkhead gets into the end zone today. You can get that around plus 180 just because you could also pair it with Freeman because he's plus 310 with no David Johnson in the backfield today and the poorest Chargers defense. And you could cash in the garbage time. I think either one of those 2 is a solid play. So Burkhead at plus 180 or Freeman at plus 310, split a half unit on each there.
Yeah. Nope. I don't disagree with those at all. And that's why, if it sounds like for everybody watching, all we're talking about is props, that's because that's where I think the value is in this game. I have just found that it's not really just a profitable long-term strategy to be betting college spreads in the NFL.
Yep.
Either way, doesn't matter which way you go.
All right, Spin. Nail this question real quick, and then we'll bring in our next guest.
Gage and Boyd. Gaskin has lost a ton of work to Duke Johnson. The Saints are number 1 defense against running backs. And if I remember correctly, they have held opposing running backs under 75 yards in 4 straight games. So, and that would be all of them combined. So Dolphins are going on the road. I would not want anything to do with Myles Gaskin this week.
All right. So let's bring in our next guest here. Divisional matchup. One of the teams could essentially be eliminated from the playoff race potentially after today. Who knows? Both teams 7-7. We're bringing in our man KD. We got Denver versus the Raiders. How we doing?
Good, man. Everything's good. Everything's good on your guys' side.
Good.
All
You already
that.
You already know.
Bless. Yes, sir.
How are you feeling? First of all, how are you want a big game on Monday night?
Yeah, fuck, barely. I mean,
a win is a win.
I know a win's a win, but I was watching the game, and I'm like, he's about to throw a pick, and lo and behold, what do? He threw a pick. Defense holds it down, and after shout out to Big Leg Carlson, he drilled that twice. That was a sneaky timeout that the Browns got in there. But I'll take the win. But man, you only put I can't tell the last time we put up 20 points. It was against the Cowboys. We've been put up just 15, 16. It's offense is not. I know we have no big names. We have Wilder not there. Running game. You don't know where the hell it is. O-line trash. You're counting on Zay Jones and Bryan Edwards to be your top two receivers, which, we saw a little bit of Bryan Edwards last week. Deshaun Jackson, he barely plays any snaps or he barely gets any looks. So it's just the offense got caught from somewhere, man. You got to start putting up points. But, I'll take the win how we take it. But, like I said last week or last time I was on, is I'd rather us just, not try to make the playoffs. Let's just lose it out, because we're gonna go to the playoffs as the third wild card, and we're gonna get blown out in the first round or whatever the case is. We're not gonna make any noise in the playoffs. So let's just stop the bleeding now and just fuck it. Let's just call it. I'm cool with that. I wouldn't want to see us in the playoffs as much. It would be nice too, but we're not gonna make any noise. I know that.
Hey, as long as you know that. I actually do have a play in this game. I think today is a Cortland Sutton day.
Okay.
I like Cortland Sutton with Lockett quarterback. I also have him on my fantasy team.
I like the interceptions. I like Carr and Locke to throw a pick each.
Okay.
I like that because Denver's defense, they're nasty. There's some ball hungry guys out there in that secondary. And Carr's been throwing a few of them, I think for the past couple of games. My money pick every week is Hunter Renfrow on the reception, 6.5. Put the mortgage, whatever you got, throw it on that. He's been eating. He's the one guy on offense that's the bright spot. And when worst comes to worst, that's what Derek Carr's looking for. So
and he gets open. He gets open.
And he gets open. Great route runner. Great football player.
The thing that kills me is that people saw him just absolutely dominate a national championship game and somehow thought it wouldn't correlate to the NFL. We saw him single-handedly destroy Alabama in a national championship game, and people still there were doubts that he would be a good pro. But it's because he's gritty.
We're back on this conversation.
He's athletic. He's faster than he looks. He's a great teammate. That's why.
He also scored against Bama in 2 different national title games too. Not many people can say that. And one as a freshman too. That's
super
wild.
Gritty. He's super gritty, man. And
the first was from Deshaun. The second was from Trevor. Not too bad, right?
Yeah.
A fan favorite, man. He's a real fan favorite. He's what is it? He's just faster than he looks.
No, he can ball. He's a football player.
No doubt.
He can play football.
He got moxie. That's another one. He's got moxie.
I just saw a comment. Some guys he's a Raiders fan and we don't make the playoffs. My guy, I'm not delusional. Bro, we're gonna go there and for what? I'd rather get a low draft pick. So yeah, I'm cool.
Sel is that's a Charger fan. He's a Charger fan.
Charger fan? Well, fuck him, bro.
Yeah, that's the homie. Yeah, that's funny as shit.
Yeah. Hey, I another prop I like in this game is I do like Brian Edwards over 2.5 receptions. He's gone over this in
I
2
was looking at that.
games.
I was looking at
Yeah,
that.
he's seen about 4 or 5 targets a game. With if you think that this game is going to have offense, then I think that can hit pretty easily, and it's at plus money. Is that plus
Yeah, plus money. Yeah, 125 here on Bet 365. Yeah, that's a good play. What about how do you like? What are you guys looking at on the total? Because I've been debating on it. I didn't really pull the trigger on anything, but I want to hear like your guys' opinion because that was the one question I wanted to ask you guys. What do you guys like?
One of our commenters loves the over today. He projected 30 to 27. He sees the offensive shootout here.
Okay.
42 seems a little too low.
Yeah, and that's been built way down from 47. It opened at 47.
Yeah. And have y'all seen Drew Lock play quarterback?
He's not very good.
Oh, like, bruh. I'm just saying. Y'all have seen him play quarterback, right?
But also too, like, yo, he's not like he'll air the ball out. That's why I like the pick. Like the over the 0.5 on the picks. Like, yo, he don't mind like throwing that ball.
I agree.
So like I could see, and we got no Mullen out there. Abram got hurt. Oh, he's out for the season, shoulder surgery. Not like he really does much in coverage. Like he's always getting toasted. So, but like he's always good when he comes out in the box and plays in that linebacker position. So I could see the over. And yeah, over here I have it at 41.5. So yeah, basically 42. So yeah, it's kind of low. But just how we've been moving the ball on offense is just like, I don't know. But we're playing at home. So I might put a little sprinkle on the over, but I'm not too thing on it.
Yeah, for the total here, there have been just under 20,000 total bets placed. Money split pretty evenly, but it's deceiving because when it opened, people just at 47, public just hammered the shit out of the under, and so it got bet way down. So the money has been slowly creeping in on the over at this number. I would agree with Rex that even with Drew Lock at quarterback, but between these two teams, like 44, actually there's a 41 out there in some places. That's just so low for these two teams. It's almost like over by default, but I'm probably not going to be on it, but I would not blame you if you took a little sprinkle on over that total, just because of how low it is.
Cool. Sounds good.
Well, Katie, I gotta say this. You worked me last week in our fantasy playoffs.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, man.
So I gotta give you the props there.
Shout out Cooper Kupp. Like I was talking to my boy. I have him in 2 of my leagues, and I'm in 3, and I'm all in the 7. He's like, if Cooper Kupp could win me this, I'm copying his jersey 100%. He's another guy, sneaky good, gritty.
Yeah, sneaky good. Sneaky, deceptively quick.
Deceptively quick.
Right.
Great hands, catches the ball in traffic.
Yeah.
Really,
tough.
really good.
It's tough, man. No one cares that he's 6'2", 220 and can fucking fly, but and came in the league as a punt returner. But he's just deceptively quick because the deceptively quick guys return punts and kicks, apparently.
Well, Katie, until next week, we'll catch you later, my man.
All right, hold it down, guys. All the best.
Appreciate you, my brother.
All right. We got 3 games left to get through, or 4, but we got 1 or 2 more with guests. So let's get to Pittsburgh versus you know who. Our man Chuck and KC. Whew. I don't know how he's feeling about this one. First place sitting up there. You got Tomlin coming in as a dog. If you've just been betting that angle for like your entire life, Tomlin as a dog, especially double digits, you've been a pretty profitable man. But how are the Chiefs winning by 15 plus here, Chuck?
Man, first of all, man, before I get into all this, man, it's great to be back. You know what I mean? Been MIA for a couple weeks, went through some life changes, Shout out to the Sunday morning quarterbacks team, everybody checking on me the past few weeks. I just want to get that out of the way. And, thank God I'm still here. Thank God I'm still able to do the show with you guys. So
glad to have you.
Now that we got that out the way. Yeah, man, much respect to Mike Tomlin. He's one of my favorite coaches in the NFL in general. This Steelers team is a team that's usually played us tough, throughout the history, going all the way back to, the old school days, the 90s and whatnot. Last time we went up in Pittsburgh and we put on a show or whatever, but it's been a minute. This time, Travis Kelce, he didn't get cleared. He's going to be out. So there's going to be adjustments with that. But the good thing is we got Tyreek. It's going to open up some more targets. I'm sure Tyreek will get peppered with from 10 to 15 targets today. So, I'm confident.
Fantasy too. Fuck.
Yeah. So, nobody in the Steelers secondary really scares me. I'm sure they're going to roll coverage to him a little more. But, the Chiefs use Tyreek, screen passes, the short passing game with slants and whatnot. But with that being said, man, I just don't see how the Steelers can really score that much today, man. To me, I think they have the worst offensive line of football. I'm sorry. And you got teams like Jacksonville, you got teams like Houston, but when you watch them play and they try to get Najee Harris going, Najee be struggling, man. He be struggling. He be having to work too hard to get his yardage. And the Chiefs got their front four back. The only guy that's going to be missing our front seven is Nick Bolton. That's our best run stopping linebacker. But I think we still got the veteran Anthony Hitchens. I think he'll step up again this week and kind of help out in that area. So with Frank Clark, Melvin Ingram, and Chris Jones, and Jaron Reed in that front four, man, I think the Chiefs should have a decent day on defense again. I can see this team maybe getting 3 turnovers in this game, honestly. I mean, that's just how bad the Steelers' offensive line is. But the only guy that I'm really concerned about is Deontay Johnson, because Deontay Johnson, I'm sure they're going to use him in the screen game. They're going to use him in the short passing game, give him some yards after the catch and everything. But other than that, man, Chiefs defense, they shouldn't have an issue. Now, offense, the one guy to look for with Travis Kelce being out, I can't find his props anywhere on the books, but if you can, Noah Gray. I think Noah Gray, he's going to get involved a little bit today. I can see him maybe getting 3 catches. So, if you find a prop for, him getting 3 or 4 catches, I would sprinkle a little bit on that.
You're going him over Blake Bell, I believe, is your other tight end?
Yeah, because Blake Bell, he's mainly a blocking tight end. He doesn't get really used in the passing game that much. So, Blake Bell, he's going to be more concerned with being in there with heavy personnel and trying to get Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams going in the run game. So they're going to use Noah Gray more on the receiving end for a tight end.
Word.
I'm with Pringle. Pringle gets in the end zone today, plus 250.
Yeah, and Chuck, statistically, you are absolutely correct about the Steelers' offensive line. 31st overall rated, almost last in power rushing, almost last in getting to second level with having running back in the second level. There's a whole bunch of other metrics that I could give out, but basically they're all bad.
Yeah, it's
none of them are
really bad. So here's the plays I got, man. I think the Steelers either score 9 or 10 points today. I think Chris Boswell is going to get 3 field goals, or if I had to put a gun in my head for the Steelers to score a touchdown today, it probably is Deontay Johnson. But with that being said, I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to need to go too crazy in this game. So I got his under passing yards, under 275.5 passing yards at -114. I think he'll throw for 260 and 2 touchdowns, and I think that'd be good enough. Tyreek Hill, I'm still confident in his receiving prop over 85.5 at -112. Last time he played his team, he only had 6 targets and he got 90 yards. So he's going to get more targets today. Like I said, you should clear that. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his usage in the passing game has been ramped up a bit in the past few weeks. I think he get ramped up a little more today. So I got his over 18 yards receiving at -112. That should clear. And I mentioned the field goals earlier. So field goals by both teams over 3.5. That's the only plus money play I got. So it's at +110. That's what I got for that. And if you really want to get spicy for the first touchdown, the Chiefs defense and special teams, they did this against the Raiders. It's a chance that could happen again. So plus 2,800. That's the other plus money play. You just want to just sprinkle a little bit on that for first touchdown. And that would be it for me.
All right. I like it there.
Oh.
Coming back, ready, full hand. Got this matchup down to a T. Sosa likes Pringle to get a touchdown. Spin, you got anything official on this game?
I everything Chuck said, I think makes a ton of sense here. I don't see any realistic way that the Steelers can win this game. They're just too overmatched on both sides of the ball. So I think, but from a spread perspective, I'm probably not touching this one. So I would for sure go the prop route.
DeAndre Swift officially inactive.
Okay.
I'm just talking shit because I know my boys watching who took Evan Ingram, and this is why God doesn't like ugly. You thought Swift was gonna start. I got Jamal Williams on my bench. You're gonna fucking lose, bro. All right, sorry. I had to throw it out there. I'm sorry.
In the meantime, in my little semi matchup in your league, so the second league, I'm hurting and running back. Like there's like 4 or 5 different players with COVID. It's ridiculous. So.
Yeah, this shit's out of pocket, bro. It's literally what team's left standing. What team does not have COVID? Listen, I don't wish this on anyone. I don't wish COVID on anyone, right? But the playoffs are going to get fucked by COVID, and it's going to suck. The playoffs are going to get absolutely fucked by COVID, and people are going to be bitching about it. It's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Watch.
Hey, it already happened in one sport that most football players don't like.
Yep. And one last thing before I get up out here, man. F the San Francisco 49ers. The Titans are on our heels still. We got to keep it going. But, it is what it is. It's part of the game.
You had to do that, huh? You had to do that.
I had to, bro. I had to. Y'all sold that game, bro.
Make sure y'all follow C-Pen for the win. Make sure y'all follow Kingdom Cast. That's 2 Ks. That's a K on the cast. And yeah, I hope that Mahomes throws for 500 yards and 7 touchdowns today, because I have him in fantasy football too. I hope y'all win, bro. I hope y'all smoke Ben Roethlisberger and him. I hope that really is what happens.
Yeah, that's the expectation.
Yes, sir. So make sure you be checking out Chuck. We're great to be having you back. We know you'll be with us for the full playoffs because Sunday Morning Quarterbacks doesn't just stop when the regular season ends. Our analysts who luckily make the playoffs get to keep showing up. So you'll be seeing Chuck's face pretty often. Until next week, my man, have a good one.
All right, y'all take it easy, fellas.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, we got 3 games left. Real quick hitters here. We can go through the table, just give out any plays you got on here or any quick insights. Sosa, for the Rams versus the Vikings, what do you like here in a 3-point spread?
I like the game to go over. I think we get an entertaining 1:00 game. I am also rolling with Thielen and KJ Osborne to score a touchdown. I like Tyler Conklin over 30.5 yards. I do think that Jalen Ramsey will somewhat limit Jefferson, but he moves around so much. I still think Jefferson has a decent game. No, Dalvin Cook is not the look. Not having him is a huge blow to the offense. However, Madison's been serviceable in his absence. He's always been serviceable in his absence. I like the over. I like points. I like Cooper Kupp to score another touchdown. I like OBJ to get in the end zone. And that my only official play is the over. I love the over in this game.
Yeah, I'm with all of that. I think this is going to be a fireworks game today. I would look for any of the passing or receiving props on either side. The one that I'll make official though is Van Jefferson over 47.5 receiving yards. Vikings are last in points allowed to opposing wide receivers. Jefferson has 6+ targets in 5 of his last 7 games. And he's also in 3 of his last 5, he's at a 90% plus snap count. And in the other 2, he was at 80%. He just where he is going to line up. He runs 73% of his routes in either the left or the slot. And the Vikings have allowed receivers with similar metrics and route charts to go over this total in 6 straight games. I would also not be afraid to go with Van Jefferson's longest reception prop. I believe last night, at least it was at 21.5. I can see Stafford hitting him on a 30-plus yard one quick. But I think that this game, if you are playing DFS, this game is going to be rich for DFS options as well. So I would not be afraid to take damn near anybody in the passing games for this one.
I think Minnesota wins this one. As simple as that.
So.
Kirk, he's playing at 1 p.m. We told you last time he was prime
1
time.
1 p.m. Warrior.
1 p.m. Stafford on the road, back in Minnesota.
We can go head to head on this one. Yeah.
No, well, you want to go head to head on you get the minus 165 because you're so brave out there.
I learned my lesson betting on fucking Kirk Cousins. I'm cool. I'll never bet on that motherfucker again. Never.
What about betting against him?
Well, this is why I'm saying he's going to lose.
Bet against him against me?
He stinks. Man, you got lucky. They called back an interception. Like, man, you won. You won. I can't.
Nah, it's all right. No,
I don't know. I just think the Vikings come through here. Not official play of mine. I'm still rocking with the 2 ATD touchdown scores I gave out earlier. But if you had to make me pick a winner, I'd be rolling with the dogs here. One last game before we bring in our last guest. We all knew Josh Johnson versus Burrow would be going on today. So Sosa, what we like in here?
Man, like I said last week on the show, and you keep seeing it. Like Baltimore is going to compete. That's what they do. I just think it's the rails are off at this point. You got to start Josh Johnson at quarterback. I can't see it.
You're starting Josh Johnson at quarterback.
Yeah, in the year 2021. He did run 4.4, but that was like 12 years ago. So it's for me, it's sincere nothing to hear, man. I feel bad because obviously Baltimore has just obviously they won a bunch of games where they weren't playing good football, and the lack of talent has caught up to them. They have lost too many players to sustain any level of winning right now. Even though they've come close. I mean, they had the game against Green Bay, couldn't get it done. They had the game against Pittsburgh. They gave up 17 fucking points to a fossil in the fourth quarter. I think this is where everything's just recognized and amplified. Cincinnati, with the greatest motivation, be the first time in a very long time they will have beaten Baltimore and Pittsburgh twice in a season. I think they come out here motivated, haven't not played well on their today is the day. I think Cincinnati handles business. I think they romp Baltimore. I like Jamar Chase to have a good game. Finally, I just think everything comes to fruition. Today is that celebratory day in Cincinnati where the organization says we have a legit future. I think that's the crowning moment for them because what it does, they win. They win and it puts them in a position where they're in control of everything now. They don't have to worry about another team doing something for them or helping them get through at the end of the season to win. They get a strong hold on the division. They win today. That's just my expectation at this point. I think they handle business today. I think Cincy sees it. They have a young, mature quarterback who's been in every situation you can ask for as a quarterback. I think this is one of those situations where he thrives, and I think Burrow goes out there and he sticks it to Baltimore today. That's my firm expectation.
Cincy by 2 touchdowns. The last 4 games between these two teams have been decided one way or the other by 24, 35, 24, and 36 points. So these are not close games that these two teams are playing. Now, normally Cincy's on the losing end of those beatdowns, but everything that Sosa said, this goes back to the point that I make on a regular basis is that you hear all the time when a guy goes down or guys get hurt in the NFL, and not even necessarily at the big positions like quarterback, but like, on the defensive side or like, the nickel free safety. And you just hear, oh, okay, well, he's down. Well, next man up. Guys, it doesn't work that way. these guys are there's only so many starting jobs in the NFL for a reason. And with salary cap and with opportunities for guys, it's not like these teams just have plethora of Pro Bowl caliber, starter level players just lying around to throw in the lineup whenever somebody gets hurt. So, the phrase next man up, I think, is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever heard in professional sports, because yeah, you can slot a guy in there, but it's just not going to be the same. So Baltimore not only has one of those, they don't have two, they have like 12. So basically it's Cincy starters against Baltimore second and third string. And you know how that one works out. So I say Cincy by 14. So
I got two more ATDs to throw in here for you guys. We're rocking with two players from Cincy. Jamar Chase at plus 140. What do you have? One catch for 3 yards last game? Burrow's going to – what?
He's going to fucking cook today, bro.
Yeah, Burrow's going to make sure he gets him back.
It's a Jamar Chase day today.
Yeah. So that's where I got the plus 140 there. And then Sosa, we're going back to your man because I'm pretty sure he caught 2 touchdowns in their first appearance.
Uzama.
Yes. Plus 310? Plus 310?
I think that's the guy I'm going to roll with in fantasy too. I think I'm going to take a last second because I got about an hour. I picked up O'Shaughnessy, but I think I'm going to take a ticket on Uzama today.
Those are my 2 ATDs from this game. First 2 ATDs where we're splitting it with the Texans players. So this game's a little bit more good to watch. Is our last guest ready to be here? Because I'm just staring at his ceiling. There it is. Sunday Night Football, Jam Zone, founder, co-founder, our main man, Eddie, Simba, whatever the hell you want to call him. Divisional matchup. You got the NFC East back in prime time, so the whole public's going to be so happy about this. At least it's not the Bears, right?
Wait, what? I don't know.
Last year,
I don't have my earphones, man. I can barely hear,
bro. Every single game. Now this year, the Bears are in prime time every single game, and they're bitching about that. So they got the NFC East back in prime time tonight.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, it's Cowboys going back against the Redskins. We already clinched a playoff spot thanks to the Niners. Got to, give thanks for thanks are due. Yeah, today is a day. If you guys have heard the quotes coming out of Dallas, Dak's putting extra work in with his receivers, trying to get the offense back right.
In week 16. That's awesome.
There's nothing wrong with going back to the basics, man. Nothing wrong with going back to the basics and fine-tuning things for the playoffs.
4 months into the season, you're right. It's never
nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
At 4 months in, no.
Hey, that's what makes great teams great. You do the things, the small things over and over and over.
What's Rodgers doing?
I don't know. I didn't know we were talking about Rodgers.
No, I'm just saying. You think he got to do extra reps with the backups?
He's putting extra work in with his receivers. At what point? What reality do we live in where putting in extra work is a bad thing? I'm confused.
When's the last time y'all scored more than 21 points?
A few weeks back.
Like how long?
You know what? I'm on my phone, so I couldn't tell you, but a few weeks back. But when's the last time we scored under 20 points?
I was just asking a question. That's all.
I'm just saying, man. Cowboys win today and lose. What?
Lose to the Cardinals.
This guy's tripping, bro. Hey, look. We know who the Redskins are. We seen this same story a couple weeks ago. I called it already. I said Cowboys win by 2 scores. They'll do the same thing today in their house. Dak in his house, comfortable, feet up. We got our benches on the sideline. The Redskins probably gonna fly in their own benches. Ain't nobody caring about this stuff, man. But look, the Dallas Cowboys will win today. Go ahead and take the spread minus 10.5 at plus 100 or 110 or whatever it was where I seen it at. But I will say this today, though, for all those Redskins fans out there that actually hold a little bit of hope for this game, which I don't see why you would. I mean, just go ahead and call it an early season and go to vacation or something. But there is no hope for the Redskins. The Dallas Cowboys have clinched. Don't think that they're going to come in here flat off of a clinch, thinking, okay, we already got things. We want to go ahead and sew up this NFC East division. NFC least, whatever you guys want to call it, man. I'm not worried about none of that stuff. But Cowboys sew up the division today, playing for playoff positioning. They're going to continue to play strong throughout these next few weeks. Let's go ahead and knock off the Cardinals next week, but that's a whole other story. Anyways, today, a couple of plays that I like. I think Cooper has a big game. He was on record as saying that he thinks he should be involved in the offense more. It would be more explosive if he was involved more. Give me Cooper 80+ yards for I think it's plus 240. If anybody has FanDuel up, you can see that right now. A lot of their plus 240. I think Dalton Schultz gets in the end zone again this week, plus 200. And CeeDee Lamb will go over his receptions. They're going to use him for the dink and dunk stuff over the middle, intermediate routes. They're going to use Cooper on a couple of big plays. So give me CeeDee Lamb over 5.5 receptions at plus 100. And I like Pollard more than Zeke today. I think Pollard gets off over his rushing prop. It's not an official play for me, but I do think he has a better game than Zeke today. But overall, I think Cowboys offense hums today, and I think we're going to see a 30-burger on the scoreboard. I think they get right. I think Dak has a really good game at home. You know, he does play a lot better at home. And
Amari Cooper at least 8 catches today.
You know what? I wouldn't deny that, but I like his yards today. I think he's going to hit a couple of big ones, and he's going to take something to the house. I wouldn't even mind his anytime touchdown prop. But
last time he came out and cried like a bitch, Dak threw him the ball like 15 times the next week. So
yeah, hey, like I said, there's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with calling for the ball when you know you're an explosive player.
No, I got him on my fantasy team too. I want him to get 20 targets. What you mean?
Yeah. He's going for 100
today with this fantasy team that nobody cares about.
Listen, today is all about the fantasy semis. Next week, y'all listen. Amari Cooper, 8 catches, touchdown. He was bitching. Come on, you gonna throw the ball?
Get it.
With you.
Hey, I got a question
game
for Spin
is
real quick.
Real easy, real simple.
Real quick, this is a fantasy question, man. So look, we got DJ Moore, Devontae Smith. And who else am I flirting with? I think I got Scotty Miller. Who we going with?
PPR or no?
Yeah, PPR.
Same again.
Smith, Smitty, DJ Moore, and Scotty Miller. I think that's who I'm flirting with.
Yeah,
I think I got Scotty Miller.
Yeah, I think it's still got to be Moore just because he's the number 1 wide receiver in his offense. So,
you don't like Devontae Smith over him?
No. I still like DJ over there. I still like
Devontae Smith, like 4 catches, 35 yards every week. Man, I can't keep doing that to myself.
You better than CD.
So I think this game's really easy, Eddie. I need you guys to take care of business so that when you play us last week, that game don't matter to you. So we sneak in there, and we'll probably see you week 1 of the playoffs. That's how I think it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I know a lot of
people.
Washington this week.
We got them next week when they're all banged up, and that's the biggest thing. Is they're in a rough stretch of Philly, Dallas, Philly, where they took a beating last week, lost some players, and sure they're getting Heineke back, but they're losing some pieces, and Gibson could potentially be out.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Do I want to see a team 3 times in a year? No, but I can see it happening. But I don't know. You guys got to handle your business. We did ours, so.
We got the Giants, Washington, you. So that's what I'm saying. As long as you win out those next 2, that last game don't matter. You're going to be playing Meadow Soprano's boyfriend DiNucci again against us.
Hey, you might be. Hey, I put it out in the Twitterverse, man. I said Cowboys will go 5-1 in their last 6 games. We're well on our way. So today is just another game on the board, man. We're gonna knock this one off, and we'll see. We'll see.
All right. So I got a football thing, but since we're done with the show today, before Spin Doc gives off his fantasy DFS thing, any of you 3 watched the Madden doc yesterday?
No, I got it recorded.
Yeah,
I haven't checked it out yet, but I'll definitely be checking it out.
All right, so we'll talk about that later on. Then we won't give any spoilers out on this show if you didn't get to catch it, since it did air on Christmas Day, but it was a good watch. Spin. Eddie, you can drop if you don't want to stay here, if you got shit to do, but appreciate you.
You can kick it later. You can kick it if you want, though, because we're about to end, so you can chill if you want.
Man, I got a whole house to clean, man. I had a whole bunch of people over last night, but I appreciate you fellas. Hey, as always, man, it's a blessing to be here with you guys, and let's cash some tickets, right?
Yes, sir.
Happy holidays again, my boy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. DFS or anything else you want to wrap up the show with, Spin?
Yeah, so I'll just run through DFS tournament plays, ones that I might look towards. For quarterback, I think that Tom Brady, and this is not the Bucs fan in me talking, I think that you're getting a depressed ownership for him because obviously last Sunday night was hideous, and Carolina is still played some reasonably solid defense. So I think that you can get a lower ownership rate. Even with all the guys out, Antonio Brown is back. Rob Gronkowski is still there. He's got 7 games with more than 30 points on DraftKings. I would still very, very easily slot Brady in. I think his salary is reasonable. For running back, one that I actually like, especially on DraftKings, because you get the full PPR, is Javonte Williams. The Raiders have allowed the 3rd most points to that position. And the Raiders actually, teams are running against them at the 11th highest rate in the league. So I think that at the cheap salary, what you can do is you can put him in and then you can load up somewhere else. So him and Melvin Gordon are still splitting carries, but in the passing game, Javonte has very clearly overtaken the passing game role. So in a tournament where you get a PPR, that would be something that I would want. I've been asked some questions about DFS about Ronald Jones. So here's what I'll say about Ronald Jones. His salary is ridiculously cheap because he was priced as if Fournette was going to play. He is going to get the lion's share of the carries. So what that leads to in DFS is that leads to extremely high ownership. And if you're going to go after a big GPP or guaranteed prize pool tournament with hundreds of thousands of entrants, what you don't want is you don't want a guy that's going to have very high ownership because then, yeah, you get points, but then so does everybody else. And if you're going to take a guy that is that chalky, it would have to be like a Jonathan Taylor, or it would have to be like a Cooper Kupp or something like that. Like Ronald Jones is not that guy. So I would try to avoid Ronald Jones in DFS. At receiver, if you're going to eat the chalk this week, it's Antonio Brown. You can stack him with Brady. He's cheap. He's going to get a ton of targets, ton of catches. If you do that, there's nothing wrong with it, but then you have to be different somewhere else. One guy that I actually might look for here is Stephon Diggs. Not because I think Stephon Diggs is going to have a phenomenal game, but he should have a serviceable game, and his ownership should be super low because he's higher priced. So when this is the whole contrarian strategy of DFS, when other people are migrating towards the cheap guys because they think that they have the next hot thing. Well, guess what? So is everybody else. So you actually go away and you go to a talented guy who's going to put up a serviceable game like Diggs. Tight end, Sosa, I know you tried to pick him up in fantasy. Evan Ingram would be the one that I would go to here. The Eagles have allowed a ton of points to tight ends. They're almost last in points allowed to the tight end position. I think you can get them at a reasonable ownership rate as well. And then for defense, defense is always the last thing that I pick in any DFS thing that I do. So Chiefs make sense. Panthers make sense. Bucks will be chalky, but that makes sense as well. And if you really, really want to go and take a flyer on a DFS defense, you can go either the Jets or the Jags. And that is just mostly because both of those offenses are hideous. So either one makes sense, but those would be some of the places that I would look for any DFS tournament plays today.
Well, hour and a half.
Did anybody see LeBron get dunked on last night? I'm just leaving. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm glad we made it through another week of Sunday morning quarterbacks. Rex, Spin Doctor, appreciate y'all. You already know the deal.
Yeah, sure. Make sure to give us that like, give us that subscribe. If you're watching us on Twitter, if you're watching us on YouTube, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So get Daily Bread Media there. $250 will be given out from Sosa and I from that one and the Daily Bread Media people. Next, we'll be giving out autographed memorabilia.
Hey, you think LeBron is going to post higher. Remember when he said that bullshit when he made that weak ass block? Is he gonna post getting banged on by Nicholas fucking Claxton on his Instagram? No, probably not, huh?
Nah.
Now, well, listen, I know a lot of people weren't going to talk about it, so I just had to bring it up. He got banged on with 2 hands by a backup fucking center. All right, y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Let's cash some.
Until next week, we'll catch y'all later.